In the journey of seeking truth, many people mistakenly believe that what they need is a guide, a master to trust and follow. But the truth often does not lie in the teachings of others, but in the very lived experiences that one must walk through oneself. The story of the student and the farmer is not just a farewell between teacher and disciple, but a pivotal moment of transformation, when the student realizes that to truly understand the world, he must learn to see with his own eyes. In the chapter, The Bestowing Virtue of Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Friedrich Nietzsche wrote something that surprised many. The main character, the sage Zarathustra, asks his disciples to leave him. He says, "Now I go alone, my disciples, you too go alone. I advise you, depart from me and beware of Zarathustra, and even better, be ashamed of him. Perhaps he has deceived you." This advice might seem paradoxical. Why would a master want his followers to abandon him, even doubt him? But this is at the heart of Nietzsche's philosophy. Enlightenment does not come from following others, but from the pursuit of freedom and independence in thought. Zarathustra does not want disciples. He does not expect others to believe in him as an absolute truth. On the contrary, he wants them to become seekers, to dare to doubt, to verify, and to leave his shadow to walk their own path. This is a reminder that truth cannot be passed on as a gift. It can only be found when a person stands up, questions, and sees the world with their own eyes. A young man spent many years of his life in pursuit of enlightenment. He wandered through many lands, living with ascetics and monks, but in the end, he still felt empty and lost. Exhausted and losing faith, he decided to abandon his journey and work on a small farm. The farmer he worked with was a quiet, simple man, but one who carried a deep calmness and wisdom. At first, the young man was skeptical, often debating with the farmer, thinking he was like the other ascetics he had encountered. But over time, the farmer's tranquility gradually changed him. He began to trust and accept everything the farmer said without questioning it. Realizing this, the farmer decided to remind him, "When you were still doubtful, we learned from each other. But now, you only believe and no longer seek." He explained that by simply believing others, one would live according to their map, never learning to create their own. Blind faith turns the student into a follower, and that robs him of the ability to perceive the world directly. Only when one doubts, questions, and verifies for themselves can they truly approach the truth. In doing so, they are no longer mere believers, but become independent seekers, just as Nietzsche and the farmer both strive for. When the student asked why he had to leave, the farmer did not respond immediately, but instead showed him a map. He asked, "Are you seeing the farm, the river, and the mountains?" The student replied, "Yes." But the farmer gently corrected him, "No, you are seeing only images of them, not the things themselves." He explained that a map only records a moment of reality and cannot fully or permanently reflect the world. The river will eventually dry up, the mountains may change, and the farm may become a city. No matter how detailed the map is, it is still only a remnant of a specific time, a shadow of reality. Similarly, human memory is only fragments of the past and cannot convey the complete truth. A person may share their experiences, share the map they have drawn, but they cannot directly lead someone else to that reality. If one only lives by someone else's map, they will never truly understand where they stand. The farmer wanted the student to realize, truth cannot be handed down. It can only be discovered with one's own eyes and mind. True wisdom begins when we learn to listen, but always verify for ourselves. Because without this, we only live in images, not in the truth itself. After several months of living and working with the farmer, the young student gradually stopped debating. He no longer questioned, instead beginning to fully trust everything the farmer said. But it was precisely at this moment that the farmer decided to tell him to leave. Not out of rejection or disdain, but because he realized that the young man had ceased to be a seeker and had become a follower. He said, "If you only believe in me, you are living according to my memories and understanding. Not the truth you must find for yourself." By living like this, you no longer have the ability to recognize mistakes if I am wrong. You will be lost if the map I gave you is no longer correct. And if we cannot debate, we can no longer learn from one another. The pursuit of truth requires alertness, independence, and the ability to doubt at the right moment. The farmer understood that when someone becomes a believer, they lose their own unique perspective of the world. They are no longer independent people, but only shadows of someone else. If the student truly wants to find the truth, he must learn to walk on his own, to create his own map. Only then can they meet again, not as teacher and disciple, but as two free individuals, walking together on a journey to discover the truth as equals. The farmer did not want disciples. He also did not wish to be a guide forever for anyone. He understood that the greatest value a person can offer lies not in obedience or reverence, but in the ability to see the world for oneself and share that perspective with others. When the student only trusts and follows, he loses the ability to view the world with his own eyes. In doing so, not only does he lose his inner freedom, but the farmer also loses the opportunity to be challenged and to learn from an equal. A truth seen by only one person is a one-dimensional truth. Only a truth tested and compared from multiple perspectives can become more vibrant and complete. Nietzsche once wrote, "If you wish for peace of soul and pleasure, then believe. If you wish to be a devotee of truth, then inquire." And this is the essence. Those who dare to doubt, to verify, to build their own map of knowledge, are the ones who truly connect with reality. They are not just learners, but creators of value. When each person is an independent seeker, they can meet as true friends, not to lead, but to illuminate one another. This is the shared journey of free spirits, to explore the truth together, not for belief, but for the truth itself. In the end, the student left not because he was rejected, but because he was given a greater gift: freedom. The farmer did not hold him back because he understood that the truth cannot be passed down like a sacred secret, but can only be lived and discovered step by step. When a person relinquishes dependence and dares to walk on their own, they not only come closer to the truth, but also contribute to enriching humanity's collective perspective. It is through the diversity of each person's own maps that the world becomes more expansive and profound than ever before. If you resonate with the value of discovering and seeking the truth on your own, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to continue this journey of exploring the world from unique perspectives. Together, we will share our own maps, enriching our understanding of truth and freedom in life. Let's walk together, not as followers, but as true companions on the path to discovering the truth.